Good morning. Happy Saturday. I am here to talk today about who am I? I'm here to look at that question. And as I was reading, I was looking at A Course in Miracles, sort of contemplating what message to ponder today, and that came up. We ask who we are, but how could anyone but ourselves know who we are? It talks about the fact that when animals or trees come into being, when they exist, they do not question who they are. They simply own themselves, they know themselves, and they grow into themselves. The difficulty comes when we are out of alignment with ourselves. We begin to question. In medicine, there is this phrase that if it looks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Meaning if it looks like this disease and all of these parameters are met, then it probably is that disease. Sometimes that's not right, but most of the time it is. And what I think happens with us is we look at everybody else and try and define ourselves. And so if I look at the world and everybody has short hair with bangs and I'm walking around with longer hair and no bangs, is that making me wrong? Is that making me out of alignment with myself? Well, then who am I? If I walk through life and I'm following everybody else's rules, I'm fitting into everybody else's boxes, I'm working to make everybody else happy, looking for my happiness, I can't possibly know myself. I had an experience a number of years ago where I went on vacation by myself, and I had the most of the time planned out, but I had a few days where I was just me, and I got up in the morning and I almost had an anxiety attack because I really didn't have anybody else to please. I didn't have anyone to defer to make my decisions about what I was going to do that day, about what activities we were going to partake in, about what we were going to have for breakfast. And it dawned on me in that moment that I did not know myself. I don't know what I truly desire because I have spent many, many years ignoring what I desire, trying to make other people happy. That did not work out real well for me, by the way. So when people ask, how'd that work for you? Not well. I was looking to be happy vicariously through somebody else. I know if I can make so-and-so happy or so-and-so happy or so-and-so happy, then I can be happy. But if they're not happy, then I am somehow a failure. And that was my mantra, and I was never comfortable. And so my body was giving me all kinds of signals. And if I were that duck, I would have been trying to bray like a donkey, or I would have been trying to, leap like a cat. I would have been trying to do all of these things that had nothing to do with who I am. It's only when we really radically accept ourselves that we can begin to realize that the definition of who we are is within us. And the definition of who we are lives in our heart. It lives in our passion. It lives in our joy. It lives in those things that bring us peace. It does not live in the stuff that we acquire. It doesn't live in the people that we can attach ourselves to try and make us feel better. It lives within us. And it is something as simple as if I sit and meditate and my dogs sit on my lap with me in the morning. And I actually was saying this morning that this is my Zen. This is my happy place, is I feel the love. I have asked for animals that love me, and just feeling that connectedness brings me joy. That is my happy place. My happy place may be walking down the street and just connecting with all that is. My happiness may be sitting quietly. My happiness can be in the middle of a crowd of people with that buzz that goes on when everybody's in different conversations, because there's so much joy. And I do feel that energy, but it's because I am a social being and I love that. When I am in places where I am not where I would like to be, I get the discomfort. When I'm trying to make someone else happy while ignoring my own needs and desires, I'm not feeling that happiness and that joy. Those are the moments that I question whether I'm right or I'm wrong. When I am in the midst of allowing myself to channel information for others, I'm in my zen. That makes me feel good. I get done with doing videos like this and I feel jazzed. I feel happy and energized and like I could do it all day. If I am trying to bake for someone else, for example, I'm worried about doing it wrong and I am off my game and I wonder what things are for. If I'm doing something and I'm worried about the judgment of others and not just owning myself and how it feels for me, that's when I'm off. And so I'm encouraging you today, as you ask who you are, to shift the question and ask where your joy lives. What is it that resonates with the joy that you are inherently? What is it that resonates with the love that you are inherently? Those are our passions. Those are the things that we can do all day long and it just doesn't matter. I had the blessed opportunity to watch a woman who has a cheesecake store here, a small one that has grown into something enormous. And I watch that beautiful flow of, she was in her element and she had a system, she had a groove, she had this flow that, I wanted to join in, and yet I knew that somehow I would probably go, "Ugh," and I would freak out and I would ruin the flow. She was in herself. She was living the truth of who she is. And that is how we define ourselves. It's by living our joy, our passion, and our peace. I will tell you, this is what I do when I work with people. I assist them in finding themselves, in reassessing the situations and the relationships in their lives, including relationships with themselves, to help them understand where those passions, those peace, and that love reside, and how you can make that blossom and grow within yourself. And so if you are struggling with this, by all means, look me up. I'm at janwatsonhealing.com, or you can find me on Facebook on Jan Watson Healing, or Jan Berg Watson. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. But today, I encourage you to define yourself by allowing yourself to live your passion, by finding out where you feel the flow and the joy and the peace. What jazzes you every day. Have a great day, you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.